more rain. Same as always. Until recently, I despised this rain. I thought it was just dark and sad. But now I see it differently. It's a gentle rain, protecting us. A strange illusion appears when I look up at it. The rain isn't falling on me, but rather, I am ascending toward it. At least, that's how it feels. Well, I suppose that's enough sentimentality for today. Time to go shopping.
I'm gonna go shopping for some meat buns, are you? Epilogue, raincoat, name drop, well, title drop. Sorry, am I about to control
First,
Kurumi?
a new raincoat.
Damn, yes, I am. Since when did you have such a big bag? I'm starting to feel like the rain isn't so bad.
Yeah, it does protect us after all.
Haha, I never thought I'd feel this way. Oh, I never thought I'd feel this way, dude.
Oh man, look, I run like such more of a normal human being than Yuma. You know, I hear he went on a side quest here, and yeah, that was a really weird one, huh?
Hi, Kurumi. I've got your order right here. Ta-da! Amaterasu Corporation's brand spanking new raincoat. It'll easily block out both rain and sunlight.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you.
Wow. Amaterasu sure has changed. They're even making products for us now.
Wow. Weird that you would say it like that, random guy.
Just a bit ago, they mainly exported stuff, so we never knew what they were making. But Mr. Makoto taking the helm of both Amaterasu and Kanai Ward really changed things.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice to have a local business invested in our town's interests. Of course, I hope they keep exporting goods so that more money comes into Kanai Ward.
Why'd you say it like that, man? Why'd you say it
I'm
like
sure
that?
Mr. Makoto can handle it.
You got that right. Glory to the future of Kanai Ward.
Yeah,
By the way, what's with the heavy bag? You going somewhere?
It's got the rolled up body of my not boyfriend in it. He's been passed out for like
Something
months.
like that.
I see. Well, take care. Good rain to you.
Likewise. Good rain to you too. Next on the shopping list is...
I know you're saying good rain, but it's not like you're allergic to the concept of daytime. I don't know, cute though, but still.
Right. Body cream.
Yeah, are you going... You don't happen to be, just kind of tipped off by the sun coat. You're not, like, heading out of Kanai Ward, are you? You haven't been inspired to become a detective, have you? Alright, I don't remember a body cream shop, so it's... I guess it's... oh no, that's where a murder happened. Gonna have to go down this way instead. Hello, random person. What are you thinking? I'm off to buy my little girl some picture books. New ones from outside Kanai Ward have been coming in.
Come on, Mama, let's go already. There's so many books I want.
Oh,
Oh, that's great. Which books are you getting?
The quite stuffed caterpillar, 3 calicos, and the big ship that would.
Oh, those all sound great. Yeah, I'm reading those at the moment too.
Huh?
here.
Why don't we get them before they sell out?
Yeah.
Okay, good rain to you, lady.
Good rain to you too.
How wholesome. How unbelievably wholesome. Oh, you sell body cream? Hang on, let me look at the look at the graffiti real quick.
Come on!
I wonder why people do graffiti. With this sort of talent, they should draw somewhere appropriate. They should do it, like, legally or some shit. Ugh. People, am I right?
Excuse me. Do you have the body cream I ordered?
Ah, of course. Here you go. Specialized body cream that'll protect you from harmful sunlight.
Did you sound like this the last time we talked to you? I don't remember.
It's perfect for us homunculi. It's perfect for us homunculi. I can't believe I'm getting used to saying that.
I wonder how much time has passed here. Thinking like a month, maybe 2 months.
I never would have imagined. Oh well, that's life.
Oh well! Shrugs.
It was all so sudden. That day, Mr. Makoto startled all of us in Kanai Ward with that emergency broadcast. Seeing his face behind the mask was surprising enough. Who could have guessed we were all monstrous homunculi?
We're not monsters. We're just a little bit different from regular people.
Yeah. Yeah!
Right, that's what Mr. Makoto said. Still, it's hard to accept it. And I'm not talking just about myself here. Everyone feels the same way.
Right, I mean, your lives have been turned upside down, and you are also now very much aware of the fact that you ate your former selves, which is, you know.
For now, I think we should just take it slow.
There's also the residential area. I'm sure that's not easy to deal with. Because, like, I'm sure the people who naturally die have to end up there as well, right? Ugh. Yeah, that's a bit of an unresolved mess, I feel, but...
If we can accept things slowly, we can live our lives with more hope.
And they do all have to die someday. Or... If homunculi are constantly regenerating themselves, can they die natural deaths? Kurumi, are you immortal? By chance.
Right. We're immortal, after all. We've got plenty of time.
I guess that was the entire point, right? But, like, I don't know, it's like... How do you sometimes the quantification of immortal's weird in fiction, right? Sometimes it means, like, you can't be killed, as opposed to you can't die, right? Like, you can still die eventually, it's just gonna take a really long time. Whereas other ones, it's just like, yeah, you're impervious to damage. But, like, here, like they can die from that sort of stuff. I guess, like, because, yeah, it's like with the regeneration thing, like, they don't age after a certain point, right? Or at least they were supposed to not age after a certain point. I don't know how the defects will work in that sense, but... Hey, you know what? This is the happy time. This is not the time to be overthinking this is not the time to be doing, like, what humans do about feeling inconsequential in the universe to homunculi right now. This is a happy day. It's happy times.
Besides, we all made the decision together. After we voted on the referendum, we chose to follow Mr. Makoto.
Yo, voting in my Kanai ward?
So yeah, like he said, we need to take it slow and live with hope.
It's really weird that you, like, divulge all of that information I already knew, ma'am. But, I mean, thanks.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I might need that on a test one day.
Okie dokie. Next is... Oh, right! I need to buy a map!
Oh, yikes. The map is a ways away. Oh, wait, no, it's up, not down. Don't go back to the chief's place yet. Hello, stranger.
I've often cursed this rain, but it was protecting us all along.
Right!
It's really surprising, huh?
Even though we've been told our parties aren't normal. This is our new normal, I guess.
Well...
No, we'll just have to stay true to ourselves and enjoy our lives here.
You know, I wonder how that one servant, Yuma, whose life Yuma ruined, is doing. Do you think he's doing good? I'm sure he's doing good. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's A-okay. This was a meat... Oh... Wasn't this the meat bun stand I stalked Yuma at for the first time? Memories.
Since then, the people in town have stopped eating meat buns.
Are they eating the real Yuma's ramen instead?
No one wants them anymore, now that we know what they're made of. I think that's a natural response. Our bodies may be artificial, but our hearts are still human.
It's got that heart and soul. You know, as we were saying, right? Oh no, we just had to come by and see this, right?
I wonder if a new store is gonna open up. Ugh, serious face. Why did I come over here if the map store's all the... No, never mind. It doesn't matter, you know, whims. I just wanted to think about that one time I stalked Yuma, I guess. I even went through the little, sewage area with him. Oh. Or where he was, I guess. I hear this was the place of his first side quest. Isn't it incredible? Oh, there was a blue ball right here. Lady, do you think one day I'll be able to find blue balls?
What are you talking about?
Oh, just detective things. It's okay.
Wow!
This is too much! What happened? Since restrictions on imports have been lifted, the bookstore's getting all sorts of magazines delivered. But there are so many male idols, I don't know. Oh, what should I do? Who should I choose? I have to buy more magazines. I have to work more so I can stand more idols. Good luck. Oh dear. Oh dear. We lost her.
That's great!
There's a greater variety of books compared to before. Amaterasu Corporation must have been keeping a tight grip over what was made available. But there's no need to be afraid of them anymore. People can deal in anything they like now. Now that stinky Yomi's gone.
Excuse me?
Do you have any Death God books in here?
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. How can I help?
Do you have what I ordered?
The map, right? You want the world map.
Yes, that's right.
Now that Kanai Ward is no longer isolated, I can order books from around the world. I'm so giddy about it that I can't help but read every one.
It's gonna take a long ass time, man. I hope you're very, multilingual.
I understand. It's been a while since we were able to interact with anyone outside of the city.
There have been a lot of problems, but Mr. Makoto is handling the negotiations. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
It will be. Of course.
Mr. Makoto is so amazing. Even if it was decided by the referendum,
He's the one who put it all in place to
he
happen in the
quickly
first
ended our
place.
isolation and promised to negotiate with the unified government as well. Although he did say it was his way of atoning. He was ready to turn himself in, but we stopped him from doing so with that referendum.
We voted to not send him to prison.
Honestly, he doesn't have to force himself to work so hard. It'd be awful if he ever collapsed from it all. Oh, but maybe homunculi don't get tired? I'm not sure myself.
Oh, he definitely gets tired. I hope he's got a partner up there, wink wink.
Whatever the case, he better not overwork himself. He is Kanai Ward's leader, and leader of us homunculi.
You got that right. The coexistence between humanity and homunculi has just begun. Anyway, about that world map. What made you want to get it?
It's a secret. Sorry. It involves a high school girl's crush.
Does it now, Kurumi, huh?
A crush, huh?
So the next up should be the last one. I must have my precious multi-pack of instant ramen.
Precious indeed. Any student's #1 arsenal tool. Come on. Surely we have to find the real Yuma Coco head. Where is he? Where is he in his fucking multi-level apartment complex? Hang on, let's look at this car real quick. Vintage car.
Yeah.
I like modern cars, but vintage ones like this are cool too. Oh, which car best suits an informant? Oh, maybe it'd be cooler if I ditched the ride entirely and just appeared out of nowhere like a phantom.
Oh, she's so goofy. I do like Kurumi a lot. Ah, what a goober! Ah, she's a
All
goofy
the meat
goober,
bun
yeah.
shops vanished from town, but ramen shops popped up in their place.
I mean, who would have thought ramen could sustain flesh-eating creatures? Human flesh-eating creatures. I mean, I do love a good bit of ramen myself, but who would have thunk it? There he is.
Kurumi!
Hi, you look busy.
I sure am, but busy is great for business. I need to go inspect the grand openings for our 3 brand new locations.
In a strange twist of fate, he appeared in Kanai War, using his passion for cooking to develop ramen.
I guess Makoto never told anyone about this guy, which, fair enough, but like... he was just here, he just appeared someday. Just ended up being a really good cook, no one even knows his name.
Ultimately, he turned that ramen into something with all the nutrients a homunculus would need. And of course, it's super yummy, says everyone.
Fate can be such an enigma. Although I originally made a contract with him, I ended up following him here out of guilt. This city was a shock to my system at first, but I was able to open up the ramen shop of my dreams. So I think coming here was the right call. Seriously though, fate can be so strange.
Yes, I think so too. Oh, that's right. May I please have a multi-pack of instant ramen? For now, I need about a month's supply.
Huh? A month? Sure thing, but why do you need so much?
It's a secret.
God damn it. Who's the voice actress so
Thank you.
adorable too?
You want to get a bite to eat while you're here?
No, I'm okay for today.
See, I've spent all of my allowance on, like, all this other stuff. I have no money to spend in a ramen store.
Alright then. Well, good rain to you.
Yeah, good rain to you too.
So is he like the only human in this entire town? Who knows? I mean, maybe some have moved in since, but like...
That's it for the shopping. I've safely completed all my preparations.
So long he's just been this one guy.
I should head to the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I better hurry or I won't make it in time.
Yeah, is the gang still here? I mean, Makoto... Not Makoto. Yuma, I assume, can't still be here, hence why she's, going afield, but, like... Has the rest of the gang taken up shop in the old agency? Or are we just going back for sentimentality's sake? Because, I mean, either or is pretty valid. Well, if nothing else, the sub is just open, so... Hello? Anyone home?
Or have I just been living here for the past, like, few months or something?
There they are, the gang's all here.
Well then, let's get going.
Can't believe we're saying goodbye to this
Oh,
place.
no, they are leaving, though.
After all is said and done, I'm gonna miss it.
Vivia, you seen that fucking
We've
fireplace?
shared many memories here. But departure is just the start of a new adventure. Be sure not to forget anything before we set sail.
Hey, princess! Your suitcase? You've already forgotten something.
Oh, so true. Hey everyone! You're all still here! I'm glad I made it in time.
Kurumi! You came to see us off? Where are the others? Are any of my fans with you?
No, it's just me.
Huh? Oh, maybe they were too shy to come along.
Yeah, probably. It's alright, man. Oh no, Vivia's not there. Where is he?
Where's Vivia? Vivia? What are you doing?
And you're taking your jacket off!
Kurumi? I figured if I stayed inside a suitcase, someone would carry me.
This fucking guy.
Long trips are exhausting. All journeys can be life-threatening. There is no peace or quiet.
Yeah, we all learned that on the first train rides here.
You never change, Vivia.
And I wouldn't want him to. Oh, you beautiful bastard. Gonna see those those shoulders of yours.
Wow. You all really are leaving, huh?
Oh, that suitcase looks way smaller now. Are you okay, Vivia? What are your legs looking like right now? Are you like fetal position?
After that incident, we stayed at the agency to monitor what would happen. But our work here is done. The city will be fine.
Yeah, it's time we stepped off the stage. A bunch of detectives just sticking around isn't a great look.
I mean, in saying that, just because we're all like, you know, cool here, doesn't mean no crime will ever happen. It's probably best to have some detectives here. But hey, mate, Kurumi, if you go off, become a detective, you can come back, you can be that detective, you know?
That's not true. Detectives are heroes to me.
Kanai Ward is free. If you ever need us, we shall fly to your aid.
Like, do I have to have like a haha, I told you so thing here? Like, obviously they're fine.
I've spoken to Makoto as well. If Kanai Ward ever needs detectives, he can call us anytime.
Oh, that's convenient. I mean, you're still gonna have to get like a train in, but still.
Halara Nightmare will be at his service.
You know, for a certain fee.
Obviously, I don't work for cheap.
I mean, gotta get that cat shelter going.
So, where will you go now?
Probably back to wherever they were before, no?
For now, we're heading back to WDO headquarters. Yeah. We don't know what'll happen after that. I'm sure we'll be dispatched to some other job. The World Detective Organization can be such slave drivers.
I thought WDO headquarters was bombed in that terrorist attack.
Well, thanks, Fubuki. Your dum-dum is gonna facilitate us talking about things, huh?
Oh, come on! How many times do I have to explain it to you? The explosion footage we saw was all a sham!
Was that all, like, set up by Makoto, then?
A sham? So, it never really happened? Why would anyone do such a thing? For what purpose?
It was all done by Makoto. It wasn't the only thing he fabricated. He made it look like we died too.
Yeah, don't worry, I know this. Mistakenly, he used pink blood, though. But what are you gonna do?
He prepared clothes identical to our outfits, and also found skeletons similar to our body types.
Yeah, I thought everyone was dead.
I can't believe you got duped like that, Kurumi. Nothing can kill us.
You sure? Don't say that. Don't tempt fate, Desuhiko.
There were letters written by everyone, and I was told it looked like your handwriting.
I hear that was thanks to Makoto's coalescence. Fortes are indeed formidable.
Wow, really?
I would expect nothing less of number one's homunculus.
Homunculus?
God damn it, Fubuki.
Why don't you get it? How many times do I have to explain everything?
My apologies. My mind has been in a haze ever since we inhaled that white smoke.
Ever since we inhaled that white smoke a year ago.
Do you even know how long ago that was?
After you were knocked out, you all woke up on the top floor of Kanai Tower, right?
Oh, wow. So they were living cushy the whole time? They weren't in that back room in the bathhouse like I thought? God damn it.
Yeah, it was Makoto's room. We were trapped in there.
Oh, he's no stranger to having fucking detectives hoisted up there, right?
While we were locked up, the final battle took place.
Kurumi, you were there, right?
Yes. But only for half of it, really.
Why was she there? Why did he let her come along? I mean, maybe to, like... Probably just for, like, that one moment at the end, right? Where she also collapsed when they turned the rain off. I assume that's gotta be the reason, right? There would be no other reason to let her tag along.
To think this was all for the final showdown. It was nothing but a ploy by Makoto to lure Yuma here, who took the lead role.
Jeez. It's all so unbelievable.
No, I'm not gonna say believe it, but...
Then again,
believe it!
Almost everything in this city is too.
Yeah, I know, right? Just like how Vivian, you can fit in that suitcase.
Yet, what I still struggle to comprehend is that Yuma was #1 of the WDO.
I know, right? Crazy! Didn't see that one coming.
Right. Even I didn't realize it.
Who would have thought my man is the top detective of the WDO?
Former top detective. He already left the organization.
Yeah, roaming around. God damn it. I know I said Yuma's gonna walk off into the sunset at the end of this game. Like, he already did. It's not even the end yet. He's already fucking just gone. Kurumi, you chasing after him? You're gonna travel the world to try and find out where he's gone?
It is such a waste for him to simply discard his position as #1.
His letter of resignation was submitted before he lost his memories. He had hoped that by quitting, he could bring change to the organization. In this new era, a detective must follow their own creed to solve each case.
Which, to be honest, these guys were kind of already doing, but, you know.
He took the first steps to make that reality happen. I think it's commendable. Maybe I should quit too. Work as a detective is getting more and more exhausting.
You were so quick to call it quits.
Nah, it's just
But
Vivia.
where did Yuma, I mean the former #1, go?
I think it's fine to call him Yuma. It feels better that way.
Nah, he wouldn't want you to stand on ceremony.
He vanished without a word. I have no idea where he could be.
Yeah, but what about all the promises he's gotta keep? He's gotta be Tetsuhiko's #1 fan! He's gotta be there when Fubuki finds out what love is! He's gotta help the cats!
Kurumi, I'm sure you're worried too.
Maybe that's what he's doing. He's just roaming the world, helping those cats that holler a car. I'm sure that's what's going on.
Huh? I'm not sure if worried is exactly the right word.
Go on, Kurumi. What do you got? You gonna tell him? Tell him where you're going? Or are we just gonna cut to you leaving?
There's something I want to say to everyone.
You're going to find him, right?
Huh?
It doesn't take a detective to notice the giant backpack you're carrying.
Kurumi, are you really going to try to find Yuma?
Do you know where he went?
You still want to go?
I haven't said goodbye yet. Actually, I refuse to say goodbye. I had a lot of fun spending time with Yuma. I've always admired detectives, and investigating with one was like a dream come true. That's why I want to be with him. Even if he's different now, Yuma will always be Yuma.
Come on. If you're gonna confess you love him, just tell him.
Huh? No! That's not what I meant! Besides, I've always wanted to take a trip. It's why I got permission from Mr. Makoto to travel. It'll be fine. I'm sure I can find him. Never underestimate my abilities as an informant.
I mean, he's got a very distinctive fashion sense, so...
Right. I believe you can do it, Kurumi.
A master detective and former #1 of the WDO. And a homunculus informant. Yeah, I think you two would make a great team.
Yeah, I'd play that UDG style spin-off.
Well, come on. We should get going already. Since he quit, the WDO is in a state of chaos. Number One's position is still vacant. An election to decide the next Number One will be held among the detectives soon. We need to hurry home.
Maybe I'll nominate myself.
I don't know who's gonna vote for you, but
Hey,
you could.
what are you saying?
If you find Yuma, give him my regards. Also, tell him I'm still waiting for him to pay up.
Right.
Nah.
Bye, Hora.
Awesome.
I'll see you again soon.
You have a tattoo on your palm?
Kurumi, if you ever decide to ditch Yuma for me, give me a call anytime. When you do, I hope you'll introduce me to your friends too. And even your friends' friends.
You're gonna leave some. All gonna leave something behind here.
See ya.
Nah, just gonna go to the desk.
Bye,
Say farewell to
Kurumi.
the chief.
Let's meet again in our dreams.
Thanks for everything, Tetsuhiko.
I'm sure you actually meant that in a fairly wholesome way. But you saying that is not right, Desu.
Farewell, but all adventures involve such partings. Well then, I must continue my own adventure. Please take care of yourself, Kurumi. And of course, I must thank the chief as well.
Don't forget your bag. There you go. She's learning, guys. She's learning. You know which way the
With
exit
all
is,
my
right?
heart. Farewell, everyone.
It took Fubuki
I
3
hope to
years
see
to
you
find the
somewhere out
train
there in the
station. Yeah, I guess you had to come out after all, huh, big guy?
Damn. No one's gonna carry me. Great. Walking is way too much effort. It was rather comfortable in there. I know this may sound like a bad joke, given what you are, but I want to die someday.
Please take
Well, at
care,
least he's a bit
Vivian.
self-aware. Guess he packed light.
Everyone is gone.
Wait, where's his bag gone?
Yuma, I won't give up. Okay. I better get going too. Chief Yako, thank you so much. I met so
Salute to
many
the chief.
people and learned an important truth. It's all thanks to this detective agency. I'm really, truly grateful.
Dear Kurumi, I'm sorry for suddenly disappearing on you. I thought I should take a little trip. From here on out, I intend to travel the world. There are still cities everywhere in need of detectives. I want to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone. So, I have to go. This is my dream. And also, an important promise I made to someone. In the meantime, I want you to hold on to this book for me. Someday, once I'm finished, I'll come back for it.
Someday, he says. I may be immortal, but I'm not that patient.
Go and find him yourself. gotta say, it still does not look that pleasant from the distance, but hey, home's home. Was that it? Is that the credits? Sounds like it. Ooh, jazzy. Ooh, baby. Oh, that was. I mean, that was wonderful. What a game! Oh wow, that's my thumbnail right there. Oh god, I'm choking on bad commentary. I mean, obviously I'll mostly wait for the, you know, the credits to finish so we get a degree of silence. But man, yo, I loved this game, man. This was so good. I know I said this right at the start. Like, I didn't plan to do this as a series, right? I was gonna play it. To be honest, actually, there was a point where I didn't even think I would pick up this game. To be honest, it's just like, you know, ooh, let sleeping cats lie. You know, I've had my time with Danganronpa. I really need that many more mystery games in my life, you know. I'll let it lie. I'll let it go, but you know what? Hey, I felt it pulling me, you know. I felt the pull to the game, so you know, I was always gonna play it in the end. But you know what? I'm glad I was asked to let's play it, because man. Ooh, that jazziness! This was such a fun little experience, you know? And I'm glad, you know what, beyond getting to share it, right? Just the way I let's play games, right? And other people, of course. The way I let's play games, right? It does change the experience a bit. I don't do, like, the ad-libs or kind of take things a little less seriously in some respects when I'm playing games myself, right? In fact, I take them way too seriously when I'm playing them by myself, but some like the little, I don't know, running gags, I guess, for the series, in their own way, like, enhanced this even more, which was a whole load of fun. But like, that's just from the Let's Play side, right? As an actual game, this was great. So good. It looked gorgeous, for starters. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is the game, my capture card, or just my dying Switch. But like, you know, there are a couple like visual glitches in the Mystery Labyrinths. But other than that, the game looked so good. So good. The portrait work. The fucking portrait work in this game was absurd. Genuinely, I think some of, if not the best portrait work I have ever seen. Like, it was unreal. Honestly, the music, I felt like there wasn't really that much of it, which is a thing, I feel like a thing I've said about so many Let's Plays that I've done. I feel like there wasn't really that much music in this game, but what was there was really good. It was really good, you know? I mean, going with this, woo! And like, I already talked about the characters, right? Or at least the main cast in my Gumshoe Gabs episode, but like, I really didn't feel like there were any duds in this cast, right? Like, I actually, the closest thing to a dud for me was like Martina, right? She felt like she kind of got snubbed a little bit, but like, I really liked, I guess Swank as well, but like, yeah, I don't really count him as like the tutorial guy. Like, all the other Peacekeepers I really liked, I found really interesting. Or just like fun, right? Seth, loved that guy. Guilherme and Dominic. I was actually, I mean, with the way things went, I'm not surprised they didn't come back. But considering that, like, they were the only ones who didn't get punished meaningfully, I really did for a moment think they'd come back at some point, but no. Which was fine. Like, they would, well, Guilherme was good in her chapter. Dominic was like, I mean, he was there. He hung out. Yomi, though. Holy shit. Yomi was so good. So good. I do kind of wish a little bit if he had at least some presence in chapter 5. Just a little bit, but... Oh, he was great. I think he's... Probably... I mean, he's gotta be, like, pretty peak villain, right? Having a villain who is just pure evil and enjoying every second of it. I mean, you love to see it. Oh, we got a scene. Oh, Yuma, what are you up to? Fucking...
Has anyone seen my daughter?
America?
Please! I need information!
We did it, boss! That was easy.
Yeah, that's a person with a portrait. What the fuck?
There's a murder investigation over there. Seriously? Again?
Yuma, where are you? What hellscape are you in? No, it probably is America, but like, what hellscape are you in? Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Look at that. Okay, I don't know what I was saying before that cut me off, by the way, but... yeah, no. Oh, the characters, right, yeah, Yomi, oh, absolutely fucking peak villain. Love that guy. And you know what, Makoto? Makoto actually ended up being pretty good as well, you know? I liked him. He was like, I don't know, I guess a layered villain, like a sympathetic one. That, like, was still a bad person, but, like, doing it for the right reasons. And I think that is perfect for this kind of, for, like, this game, right? The finale for this one, which I should also talk about because I didn't before, right? I loved it. It was great. It felt like a completely different game, don't get me wrong. And I think that's valid, potentially, to hold against it. But oh man. It felt like I was in for a trip the whole time. It was wonderful. And it didn't overstay its welcome, either. This was pretty short for, like, a finale for these things. As I said, it felt very Somnium Files, which, again, for some people, I can see why that might be a bad thing. But I loved it. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, it was great. Thematic resolution at the end with the whole, like, leaning on people thing, the whole truth, happiness, is it right kind of thing. It was all pretty satisfying. I liked it a lot. And I also liked that they, you know, this is a very Danganronpa thing, that they used, like, the weird game mechanics to tell its own story at the end there, right? Where you're the one throwing words at Makoto, right? Where you're actively interacting with, like, the giant floating QuickTime buttons. So good. Just, wonderful. Like, what a brilliant continuation of that whole, this game uses its setting so well, right? And I think through to the end here, Kanai Ward, banger setting. Just, so good. I think for a lot of mystery games, nailing your setting is so important, right? Even if it is in, like, the kind of meme-y way that Ace Attorney sort of, like, unceremoniously makes Japanifornia so iconic. Like, Danganronpa 1, so good at this. Ultra Despair Girls, so good at it. The original Zero Escape, 999, really good at it. But then it's like, you know, sort of slightly more open games, right? Somnium Files comes to mind, Ace Attorney, like, the setting's not really, you know, it's more the stuff in it, right? And that's fine, like, stylistically it works, like, Somnium Files, yeah, it works. Ace Attorney, it totally works. And here, I think, I don't know if I'd say it's the best of both worlds, right? Because, like, a lot of the ones that I just praised, right, they're closed environments. Which this game is as well, technically. But it doesn't feel as imprisoning in the same way, right? It's not claustrophobic in the same way Hope's Peak is claustrophobic in Dangan 1. It's more so claustrophobic in the way that Toa City is in Ultra Despair Girls, right? Actually, I think a lot of ways, you can kind of see the DNA of Ultra Despair Girls in this game, right? In a lot of ways. Not necessarily its themes and ideas, but like, you know, how it controls, how it moves, the idea of like picking random things up off the street to give you like side content. The revolution stuff. Hang on, I'm kind of going off the walls here. I mean, Kanai Ward, I guess, is a character in its own right, but there are two more I want to cover. Two more characters. Kurumi, I might get kind of... Look, you might think me a hypocrite here, considering that my opinions on Chiaki exist. And Kurumi and Chiaki fill very, like, similar roles, right? They have very similar haircuts, too. But, I really liked Kurumi here. And I think, honestly, it's because she wasn't a member of the main cast. Like, having her, the perpetually, like, peppy, but also serious one, to counteract the fact that the peppy ones in the main group are the less serious ones, Tetsuhiko and Fubuki, was automatically really nice, right? But she isn't there all the time either, right? Like, the fact that they're kind of like flawless characters in their own ways, well, not in their own ways, girl quite clearly had problems, right? Running off in the fucking, in the meat bun factory to look for Aiko, that's dangerous as fuck. That right there, that's a character flaw. But Chiaki's always come off as a little too perfect, right? Just like being a little bit slow is not a character flaw, you know, and that's kind of always rubbed me the wrong way with Chiaki. At least as a member of the main cast, right? And like, look, there are a lot of things to like about Chiaki. If you want to actually hear my opinions on Chiaki in full detail, you know, you can check out Dangan 2, the old fucking Danganronpa tier list I did years ago. But, yeah, like, Kurumi, I think the fact that she wasn't center stage just made me appreciate her attitude a lot more, right? And I think she was used as, like, this... like an anchor for Yuma. I think that was done really well here as well. It's something that I think they were trying to do with Chiaki and Dangan 2, but like it only really comes through in chapters 3 and 4 and arguably 5. But even then, it's only for like one moment in each of those, at least for me, that works. Whereas Kurumi, you know, she gets like her one moment in every chapter that's really good. It feels really grounding. You know? I liked it. I like that stuff. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh yeah, she's my favorite character in the game or something. But the fact that she's basically the only member of the supporting cast, like who else would that be? Yomi and Makoto? Like, no, they're antagonists. But Kurumi being like the only member of the supporting cast, I think was good. I think it was a good choice, and I liked that a lot. I liked it. I think it didn't bog down her character too much, which I think it would have if she was like a member of the main crew. If she was our Shinigami, I don't think I'd like Kurumi that much. I'll put it that way. And speak of the devil, she shall appear. I I've got feelings towards Shinigami, alright? Don't take that out of context, by the way. Because on one hand, I do kind of stand by at the surface. Fucking ghosty ball Shinigami is very much just like trying to be Monokuma, just like all these other characters try to be him. From this team, by the way. No, I'm not, you know, I'm not going elsewhere to make fun of that sort of thing. And I don't think she quite pulls it off, right? I feel like she kind of like taints the mood sometimes. Early game, mind you. I think she kind of taints the mood and doesn't add much. And as much as a genuine criticism of like how she's handled goes, the fact that she can't communicate with anyone except Yuma really does lead her humor stylings to fall flat on its face. A lot of the time, I feel. As opposed to like Monokuma, who people can actually interact with. The fact that Yuma, again, this is something like I praised early game, but in retrospect might have not been a great move. The fact that Yuma ignores her so much is like, it's good, because it kind of reflected my attitude at the time, and I think what most people's attitude should be towards Shinigami. But equally, it really does mean she's just saying stuff into the void, right? Which is kind of the problem that the Monokubs have, right? Where so many of their interactions are self-contained, regardless of how annoying you think they are. Like, one of the objective problems with them is that they're just kind of talking to each other, and like, maybe Himiko sometimes, maybe Kokichi sometimes. And otherwise it's just, yeah, there's like a void where some characters are doing something and no one else is paying attention to them. Which, unfortunately for Shinigami, that did happen, right? Just by her design, that happened. But as the game went on, I found myself kinda enjoying her a lot more. Certainly, human, quote-unquote, Shinigami, always way better, right? I really enjoyed a lot of her interactions with, like, the other detectives. I mean, the slapstick wasn't really, it's not really up my alley, like, which is fine. But, like, I enjoyed that a lot more, I guess, than the insulting people who don't even know she's insulting them kind of thing. And you know what? I think Chapter 3 and later, you know, as soon as Shinigami started, like, kind of going in on Fubuki, from that moment onwards, I don't think I hated... I don't even really hate Shinigami in the first place, but I don't think I can say that I even really dislike Shinigami after that. I like her a lot, you know? I do. And even from Chapter 2, right? I could kind of see what they were going with here, like this underlying thing with Shinigami. This, like, incredibly lonely person who is also inherently really friendly, but has no one to share that with. In some way, it is very Miyu, right? It is very Miyu with that. You know, that sort of personality type. Yeah, less vulgar, of course, but still, it's someone who's full of love, but also incredibly lonely. And it makes the ending really bittersweet, you know? Like, she's always there, but at the same time, she's gone too, you know? It hurts. It hurts so good. Yeah, you know what? I don't think Shinigami is for everyone, and to a certain extent, I don't even think she's for me. But I did end up liking her quite a lot in the end. Yeah, I've got to give it to her. I did like her a lot. But yeah, no, I think if I'm gonna end this off in any way, right, it's gotta be condemning myself here. Because even at the start, I said I really don't want to compare this game to Danganronpa. And you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. In so many ways. Like, yeah, the writing style, I think, is a valid comparison, right? With, like, the character archetypes. that we have here, I think that's valid. You know, art style, obviously, you know. But, like, comparing these two in the way that I haven't seen, like, too much. But the only things I'd heard about Raincode beforehand were, like, either just standalone, yeah, it's good, or it was good, but Danganronpa is better, right? And it's like, do not think of it that way. Sure, like, maybe as a personal experience, you're like, yeah, I'd rather, like, I don't know, re-experience Danganronpa than Raincode, I guess you could say. But, like, I feel like comparing them, and this is something I'm gonna have to see as I, like, I don't know about Enter the Fandom, I don't even really know how big this game is. I have a feeling not very. But, you know, as I'm more entering, or I'm getting other people's opinions on things, comparing, like, I don't know, looking at this game and being like, this isn't what I wanted from Danganronpa 4, basically, right? That's bad. Do not compare it like that. And in that respect, yeah, this doesn't really, like, this is not Danganronpa. And if that's what you wanted going into this, you are going to be disappointed. Because this is not a Danganronpa game. And I didn't go into it wanting that. I said this a few episodes ago. That would, if this were just like Danganronpa, you know, 4, I would have been miserable. I would not be singing this game's praises. At least not as highly as I am in this current moment, right? Look, Danganronpa is something that's special to me, right? In fact, as a bizarre turn of fate, the time this is going up is around the time I would have been, I don't think finishing, but in the midst of playing V3. Like 7 years ago. And like, I can't deny, like, how much Danganronpa means to me personally, right? How special it is. And I think that goes for a lot of the people playing this game, right? Who picked up Raincode. So many of them are gonna have the Danganronpa background. And the developers clearly knew this, right? With the Chapter 0 twist, with the pink blood twist. Still fuck you for that, by the way. That was genius. I think a lot of people are going to come into, or have come into this game, and have looked at it and seen that it's not what they want from Danganronpa. And I think that's a bad expectation, right? Now again, I don't know how true that is. I just know that I think some of the disappointment here has to have come from people who wanted more Danganronpa, right? I saw this with Danganronpa S, yeah? Where people were really hard on that game. And I kind of don't know why, after playing it myself. I thought, like, it was very different. It was clearly written by different people. And not all the interactions were, like, top tier, right? I was pretty underwhelmed with the Ultra Despair Girls cast on the whole. But everyone else I thought was great, was wonderful. I really liked the expansion of the gameplay there, but, you know, whatever. People thought that it was going to be something bigger than it was, and I think that, like, that disappointed people, right? And I think maybe there are some people, again, like, I can't really speak on this too much, right? Because I've stayed away from this. I don't know if this is true. But this is kind of, you know, this is a bit of a self-condemn, right? For how much I have compared this game to Danganronpa. If jokingly, if in ways that I think are fine to do so. Like, I don't do that, basically. Underlying argument is, don't do that. These are apples to oranges, right? It's like when people compare Danganronpa to Ace Attorney, or Ace Attorney to Danganronpa. Like, sure, they have, like, the similar courtroom visual novel thing. But other than that, they're completely different. And they shouldn't be compared at all. This, sure, it's made by a lot of the same people, right? So the comparison is slightly more warranted. But still, don't... Like, this Raincode is very much its own thing, and should be its own thing. I don't know if it's gonna be a series, or if it's just gonna be this standalone title. If it is, great. If it isn't, great. You know, I'd play another Raincode game in a heartbeat. Would I play it for you guys? Yeah, okay, I'd play it for you guys, but, like, you know, It doesn't matter. It should be this one for now. You know, it's this standalone thing. It's its own thing. And as a standalone thing, I think it's fucking great. I think it's amazing. Even, like, because, like, you know, I'm in, like, this sphere of the community, right? Like, I've heard... The most direct thing I've heard about this, right, was in one of Weeby's Ace Attorney Justice for All streams, right? I think she was talking to Blaze about it or something. And I got hit with the description, well, not me specifically, right, but, you know, I got the some cases are better than others, right? Which for Weeby usually means, like, one of them, at least one or two of them are shit, and the others are pretty good. And, like, I'll be honest, like, I could maybe see the fandom not liking Chapter 3 as much. And Chapter 1, I think generally, you know, Chapter 1 is gonna, it was the tutorial one, really, in the same vein of, like, Chapter 2 in V3 is the real tutorial. Like, I can see, though, like, they weren't bad, though. Even the weakest ones were still pretty fucking good. I mean, hey, I know, literally after just saying that, like, if you wanted me to compare this game to Danganronpa, right? Or Danganronpa games with its, like, case consistency, this one's up there with V3, honestly. I think V3 might be the only one that would beat it out in terms of pure, consistently good cases. Like, genuinely. As I said, I love this game. I love that I love each individual chapter in this game for its own reasons. It did like, each one did something different, except for Chapter 4, which brought it all together, which was great, and also worked really well because Chapter 5 was so different to the other ones. In its own way, strengthens that, like, gameplay cohesion in Chapter 4, but yeah, I don't know, I could ramble on forever, I think. I kind of already have. I'm like 20 minutes over what I already wanted to do, so I'm gonna call it here. We are not done immediately. Well, we are immediately done, but there will be some more. There's DLC for this game, and I will absolutely be playing it. I think every, like, main character has, like, a 40-minute little bonus thing, I think. I don't know if that's, like, entirely paid DLC, or if, like, the fucking scratch this off for this extra novel thing in the game case, or that came with the game, is that as well? Like, I don't know. If that's something completely different, and it's not just, like, an art book, or, like, a digital art book or something, which it shouldn't be, hey, we'll consume that as well. But, this is where I stop for now. That will be the next thing that goes up on the channel. When that is, I don't know. This time usually I can give you a concrete date. This time I can't. It's probably gonna be a while. It's probably gonna be sometime in May or June. Potentially even July at the latest is when I'll be back for something else. And by something else, I mean more Raincode. I do already have 2 games in mind that I could do next as well, but, you know, hey, if you want to leave some more recommendations, and I haven't, well, depending on the style of game, I might, you know, I'd do, like, a more of a walkthrough style Let's Play if I've already played it and it's a certain game. But, you know, if you want another blind experience, hey, I'm so happy to field requests. I will say, in the vein of, like, keeping things separate from, like, Danganronpa and stuff, I don't really touch, like, fan games, or, like, for, like, Let's Plays, or, like, you know, adjacent genre games, like Your Turn to Die. Like, just because I'm, like, a Danganronpa guy, those aren't the sorts of things I'm gonna touch, you know? I like Danganronpa because it's Danganronpa. I don't like Danganronpa because it created a genre and I will consume everything in it. Started, it didn't really create that genre. It did, like, popularize it in its own way, but, you know, whatever. Water under the bridge. So, I think that's that. I love this game, man. This is not only one of my favorite Let's Plays I've done since you know, shifting over to actual professionalism. I think this might be, like, just generally one of my favorite Let's Plays. I had so much fun doing this one, and I loved every second of it, you know? I like, this is up there, I think, like, as a Let's Play, I think with 13 Sentinels for my favorite professional Let's Play. Quote-unquote professional. Yeah, I really can't complain. I fucking loved this game. I adored it. Has its flaws. It really does. But overall, I still fucking loved it. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you watched all the way to the end of this one. You know, rambly end of game thoughts are rambly end of game thoughts. Yeah, man. I don't know if this is gonna be 2 or 3 episodes. It's pretty long. This is like 5 hours of recording. Not helped by me rambling. Yeah. I hope to see you, if not in the next series, for the little bit of Raincoat DLC we'll have in a couple of months. And there won't be Raincoat or Danganronpa adjacent, but I do have a scripted video coming out soon, if you're just interested in hearing a little more from me on a character analysis basis. And hey, I mean, maybe I wouldn't be opposed to, like, writing Danganronpa character analysis scripts, actually, come to think of it. So if that's something you're interested in, hey, maybe hit me up, or check out that one, because if you hate my analysis style, it doesn't matter what I'm analyzing, so, you know. Not that I've really written many analysis. Whatever, we're getting ahead of I'm getting ahead of myself. Myselves? Oh god. There's multiple of me? Have I been cloned? Oh god, I'll never look at the world the same way again. Anyway, as I interrupted myself from saying before, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in some shape or form in the future. Or maybe in the past if you go back and watch something else old from me, huh? But, until we meet again, goodbye.